Hi, this is Glenda. This is a bit of a silly share. I saw Amy Tangerine did some wall art where she had a word coming out of a whole lot of confetti, and I thought I'd really like to try and do that on a card. So I thought, oh, it's going to be easy, there must be lots of ways to do it. Well, it wasn't quite so easy, and I really didn't succeed as much as I wanted to. Some of them, like these, ended up just a watercolour. There's nothing wrong with them, but they're not at all what I was looking for. Then we ended up with the blobs and the spatters. And I wish this jolly camera wouldn't strobe like that. And this is the closest to what I was trying to achieve. And this one was, I did an emboss resist, and then I just used this little tiny sponge dauber to do my dots, and then I put a bit of sequins, that's the word, and I also ironed off the embossing. And I kind of wish I hadn't now. I wanted it to look different to what it did, and yeah, I wished I'd left the embossing on there. On, let's see, this one, no, that was a different method. Yeah, what happened with some of it, where I ironed off the embossing, it left a residue, because this I decided wasn't clear enough, and I tried stamping over it, and because of the residue left by the embossing, it didn't entirely work so well. I ironed this one off as well. The stamping worked a bit better. Some of them are on watercolour, some of them are just on cardstock. But what I found while I was doing it was this, and this is different again. So I thought I'd show that, even though this is what I was trying to do. But since I was just playing, and I thought I may as well share it. Yeah, this one I had it as the matte finish, then I decided to put this new Stampin' Up stuff on it, and I must say I'm not all that impressed. It seems to me, because I was wondering I really wanted a precision tip and I couldn't get hold of one locally, and I was wondering what sort of glue this was, if it was like the matte medium, and I think that's what they should have put in this bottle to be a success. It's probably either glossy accents or a slightly runnier glossy accents. And what I found was I was carefully doing my letters, and it was pouring out onto it from somewhere, and I saw somebody else say they had trouble with it pouring out other than from the tip. So I haven't quite worked that out yet, but I mean, that's the fault of the tip, not the glue anyway. But yeah, I'm not even sure where it was coming out. Now I've got to put this jolly pin back in. Aha. So anyway, that's a slight aside. But what I did was I had this maker stamp. Now I've had that for ages and I really don't play with it. And I happened to be watching a video that reminded me that I owned it. And this is not what she was showing, but I got a die cut and I did it 3 times and glued it together, as everybody is so happy to do at the moment. Happy, yeah. And what you do is you heat this, so I may as well show it. You just put it down on your die cut, and it makes the impression for your stamp, which I didn't get in the middle because I was doing it quickly. This one's more in the middle. And you can reheat it over and over and keep using it. And they were around everywhere not that long ago. Well, actually it was quite a while ago. Yeah, I was trying to do my own baby wipe ink pads to see if it would work with that. But that's what happens. You stamp it. And the best results I got were with a rainbow pad. way. But you just ink it up like any stamp. Oh, and you've got this completely matte reversed word. You could then, like if this was a different colour, shadow it quite easily. Would look very cool. Yeah, it's not something I've seen anybody do with a word like that. I thought about using my die and then realised, no, that would be backwards. I've got to use the die cut because this needs to be backwards to stamp. So if this is the right way and you put your stamp on it, you end up with it backwards. So that was just a little thought. If you've got one of these lying around, there's another use for it, to use it with your die cuts. Obviously you could use other die cuts than words too, but yep, that's my share. Thanks for watching.